Welcome everyone to the second episode of Sparkplug TV. I'm your host, Alex, with my co-host, Jason.
How's it going?
Jason, we have somebody with us today, if you won't mind introducing them.
I sure can. We have brought Jonathan onto the podcast, mainly because of how much we brought him up on the last episode. We figured he would be the perfect one to bring onto the second episode.
We've
How's it
been
going,
friends with
John?
him for
Hello.
many years.
Yeah,
I got forced into this, so
quite literally.
Yeah. It's not
Yes,
right.
yes.
Friendship
We're here.
included.
I don't feel like this. A friendship's two ways. This is a one way right now. I don't see what the
Hey,
hell
bro.
I'm benefiting from.
No, we became friends because a teacher forced us to work together on the first day of school.
I know, and now I work on all your shit.
Yep. Sure do.
So,
Alex.
this is, if you don't know already, a podcast about cars. What is,
Unfortunately.
what's, what got you into cars?
I don't know. Kind of
Why-
just started out cars. You know, I was born into it. A long time ago. Back when I cut my head off a roll cage in my dad's Monte Carlo when he was putting a cage in it. I was just crawling around and I don't even remember. Like I was just told the story, but
Did you
because I was
whack
so
your
small, I
head?
don't remember. Yeah, I cut my head open.
Oh my God.
At least I don't remember it. I was too young to remember it.
So what's
I
the
don't know.
first car that you had and started working on modifying? You had to
Probably be that 78 Malibu, yeah, the orange one that my dad got. That was a 671 blower, 355 small block.
See, and
You
this is
bought it
why
that way?
and this is why
Yeah,
the
we bought it
last
that way.
episode we said that Jonathan was practically born into a race team.
I wouldn't say a team. I mean,
race
that
family.
car, yeah, I was more or less always involved in motorsports, you know, going to NHRA, all that shit. But no, that car really started it. That car really didn't last long. Motor blew, and it just kind of sat for a while. And then we got the red Malibu, which we still have now to this day. It's tube chassis, front end, 12-point cage. Whole yada story. Was a race car turned street car pretty much, and then it had its downfall. Now it's on an uprising, going to a big block car, so that'll be pretty fun. And then we had that Eclipse for a while. That car was like a low, little fun car. That car was something.
I hated that fucking car. That is not a good car to drive. You had me drive. I drove it 45 minutes one way to Pacific to get your girlfriend's dad to inspect it. And that was the most uncomfortable experience of my life.
I drove.
Well, yeah.
It did sound good.
Oh, I bet it did.
I drove
It was. Wasn't it
I drove it up 141, getting us lunch one day. It drove fine.
I didn't like the seat. Did you have the blue seats?
No, I think he had stock seats.
No, it was one blue seat. Passenger seat was stock.
Oh,
No.
well, the blue seat was the most uncomfortable fucking thing in your life.
No, they
I
were
didn't
stock
mind
seats
it.
when Jason drove it.
It was stock
It
when I
didn't
drove
have-
it.
Yeah, because I never only had one blue seat and one regular seat.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Why did you get rid of the stock seats, Jonathan?
Because I wanted to have fucking fun, okay?
I would have put
What?
those in, sat down, been like, no, and then put it back.
Here's the thing: when I sat down, I sat low. I sat in the seat. It was actually a little more comfortable, and I liked it. Okay.
Yes, if it works for you.
Did it
And
have
then I
power
got
steering
pulled
when
over
you
in it.
drove it?
What?
Did it have power? Did it have power steering when you drove it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay,
I
so that
believe
was
so.
before I chucked the belt off. Oh no, I did. But like my last 3 months of owning that car, I did a pull and it threw the power steering belt, and I was just like,
Oh,
"Fuck it."
And
Whatever.
you had a battery malfunction on.
Oh yeah, it burned a hole in that hood. Fucking piece of shit. Never
The
done that
positive
before.
battery terminal whacked the hood and started sparking holes through it.
Yeah, it did it in the work parking lot, and I thought it was hitting the strut bar, so I was taking the strut bar out, and then I couldn't get the bolt out, so I just fucking ripped the bracket. Well, I didn't really rip the bracket. I don't remember what I did to that bracket. Oh, it was fucking like I couldn't get the fucking strut bar off because it was in a bind, so I just unbinded it. Pretty much what I did. Just happened. I had to pin the bracket a little bit. I never put it back on. It really. I wanted to go back to the stock one. The stock one was like triangular. It had four mounting. It mounted at the post or whatever the fuck you want to call that, the shock tower, and then it also had two parts where it bolted to the firewall, and that would have been a lot better than what I put on it.
Yeah, that was
But
probably a lot more stable.
that poor car. That thing was
Yeah.
low, dude. It was like it had like those 19s by 9.5s. They fit the car actually super well. It just happened to
They
have.
did.
It just
They
happened to
looked
have
good.
really, really good fitment.
They
I wish I
looked
could pull a
killer.
photo up because that thing was fucking. That thing was a piece of shit that I just put lipstick on.
Yup.
Like the main thing
Yeah.
it had going for it was the big ass brakes I put on it. Those
brakes.
yeah, those fucking retrofit headlights. Those were actually fucking. That was the icing on the cake with that one. The wheels and those seats. That was it. Well, it had a
And it
quick
was
release,
gutted.
but
You got
I gutted it when we were going to race at Bonterre, and I just never put it back in.
and it ran slower.
It ran the same. But the thing was, though, is when I ran it the first time, I had zero camber. I was zeroed out on camber. And I
Oh,
also had
you
a
were
lot
spinning.
better tire on it back then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
you were spinning.
I had -3 degrees of camber. It really doesn't help when you're going straight. It doesn't help anywhere, but it definitely didn't help going straight.
What did it run?
It's like when it was the best it ran when it had no camber and had all the interior was like a 9.8. And then
Okay.
that night I broke
And that's 8th mile.
9.9. Yeah, I broke 9.9, and it just the first 60 foot I couldn't launch. So like the night I ran a 9.8, I launched that car at like 4,500 RPM,
Yeah,
which
my
is a
Civic
lot
ran
for
a
that
9.3.
No, your Civic ran.
A
It did
9.3.
run a 9.3. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was confusing that with another car. And then yeah, that was with me driving it, wasn't it?
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
so.
That was with Jonathan driving it.
Yeah. I beat the shit
He
out of your
always
Civic.
ran the fastest time in my car. Yeah. That's just that's just because I think he beats on it harder than I do. I think I
No,
get. I think I
definitely.
care about it. I think I care about it more.
Well, okay.
I'm like a
The
little
night-
bit, little bit baby with it. Jonathan's like, fuck it, ain't mine.
Fix it, but no. The night we went to Gateway, dude, I launched that car so high in the RPM it spun on the prep because I set he has the two step that you can adjust with the steering wheel. Well, I set it high to get the car to do a burnout. And it did a burnout, did exactly what I wanted to. And me being a dumbass, I should have done it before I went to the fucking staging lights, but I wanted the pre-stage, turn it down, and then move in. Well, I should have just fucking done it back there because I completely skipped pre-stage. I just went straight to stage. And I was like, well, it's launching at like, I think I had like 4,500 or like 5,000, something around there.
Yeah.
And the second it spun, I just let off the clutch and just let it hang. Power shifted second.
I got a better 60 foot, but
Yeah,
I was
because you weren't spinning.
well. No, the last time I went, I got a better 60 foot than you, but I had my stock intake, so I was heat soaking really bad.
Yeah.
So, but if I wasn't heat soaking, I would have ran a faster time than you.
I wish I could have gotten my Eclipse tuned before I
So
got
what
it.
I did is I launched it low. I think I launched around 42, and
Mhm.
then pretty much held e-brake, held right before grabbing point, let go of e-brake, and then just slowly let off that grabbing point, and it was just and just perfectly.
Yeah.
It roasted my clutch, obviously, but it didn't roast the tires, and that's
No,
what
I
really
just
it gave me that really good 60 foot. And
my bad. I slipped the clutch a little bit, but like I hold the clutch
Grinding.
completely to the floor.
You could
Like I hold it all the
probably
way.
avoid
Well, I mean,
roasting
like
through
right
a
before.
clutch. You could probably avoid roasting through a clutch launching by putting a more aggressive clutch in it, so that way you don't have to so slowly
Yeah,
back
and then
off
it
of
No,
it.
that's
and
the
then it
point.
breaks
I'm
the
gonna roast
CV
the fuck out of
axles.
it and
Fair.
drop the.
It's gonna hit the CV axle harder. It's gonna
Yeah,
grab harder.
My
definitely.
axles hold up to like people have been on my cars like 600 horsepower.
Yeah, I know.
Then
It's
he should be
I'm
good.
surprised. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, then he should be good for where he's at with a more aggressive clutch.
the
Uh,
SI axles are bigger than the regular.
if they didn't break with me driving them, I don't think you're gonna
No,
break
I have no. My axles are the last thing. The first thing to break in my transmission is the gears. People go with Gear X or something 1 through 4.
them. Yeah, something like
Which
that.
I'm gonna eventually get. I want some straight cut gears. Fucking first gear.
It's expensive. Fuck.
I know.
That's so
Yeah.
expensive. Fuck.
You better have a daily.
You know, I really only sold that silver car. One, because I brought home the Camaro. Two, because just modifying that car to do anything other than sit low and look good was so expensive. There was
Yeah.
so little aftermarket support. The only option you really had
Motor swap.
was to swap the motor. Sure, you could have turboed the 3.0, but you either got to get a custom fab kit or magically find a kit that works, which no one sells a kit brand new. You could do the supercharger, the RIP supercharger, but they're hard to find. I almost bought one, but like it needed an alternator bracket and all that, and even that was hard to find. That's why I
Yeah.
didn't go buy that. I put a post in the page. I was like, hey, I need an alternator bracket for a RIP supercharger, V6 car, blah 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 blah. Oh, what's the name has one? Oh, it's for a 4 cylinder. Oh yeah, I never found one. So never went to pick that up.
Yeah.
And then
Like
I
my
brought
car has a huge aftermarket support. I have like
it's
Absolutely
3 or 4
massive.
companies I can buy complete forced induction kits for.
that's what I like about the Camaro.
I mean, heck, my truck has a boatload of aftermarket support. I have a Cat Eye Chevy.
You have an LS and it also everybody wants one that has those. So
Exactly.
I have a K series. Everybody has one of those. It's the fucking big. It's the
the
LS
big
of the Japan.
Right.
I have
Actually,
an
I'd have
LS.
to say I think the 2J's the
The
LS
LS
of
of 4
Japan.
cylinders. I'll say that.
I have an LS, unfortunately.
Well, you're not going to be able to say that much longer with Blueprint's new engine.
Yeah, the LS 4 cylinder.
The
Yeah,
LS
500
4-cylinder.
foot-pounds of torque.
Oh, it's going to
Things
be
have a lot
great,
of
though.
torque. That
Yeah.
thing's gonna be able to spool some pretty big turbos pretty quickly.
How many? How big is what's the displacement on it?
I think it was a 3.6 or
I
something
think it's
like
a
that.
3.6.
I'll look it real quick.
I don't know. They debuted it at PRI.
Oh, didn't you go last year?
Yeah, I went last year. I drove back home in a tornado. It was
You
fun.
went in 21, right?
No, 21 does not get you to Indy.
You went
It's
to
a 3.6
2021.
liter.
You went to PRI in 2021, right?
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about Highway 21. I was like, what the
No.
fuck? I was like, what the fuck? It's like no. Yeah, no. 2021 PRI. That was pretty. Yeah, was it? Yeah, it was 2021. And yeah, that was pretty good. First time going. Uh, I would have went this year, but I had too many things going on, and it's kind of almost the same thing every year. So it's like, just stayed at work. I got the extra.
Kind of like
hours.
the auto
Right.
show.
That's why I didn't go this year. I've went
I
3
went-
years in a row to
The
that.
only reason why I go is RTR tent and drifting. I could
That's
give a
all I
shit
used to
less
go for.
about that other shit.
Yeah. No, I was torquing heads down while you were watching
like the
Melty
gal-
DeNofa's car catch on fire.
Like the
Yeah.
gal that
I got a video of that.
Like the
I
gal
know, you
that
sent it to
sounded
me.
impressed by a 7.8 second 0 to 60. Alex,
What?
you were in
Oh,
that
yeah,
electric
yeah.
car.
I drove one of them new Volkswagen, or I didn't drive it. We did like a ride along. It was one of them new Volkswagen electric
Mhm.
And the lady was driving it, and it pulled pretty good. But I mean, and then she goes, "It has a 0 to 60 of 7 seconds." I was like, "That's it." I was like, "My Civic has a 5 second is in the 5 seconds."
I don't even know what the
But
Camaro
I was
does.
like, I wanted to ride an electric car. I wanted to feel them, the fucking instant torque and shit.
And if you want to
And
feel
I tell
that, you
you what,
need
it is different.
if you want to feel
Like
that,
it's like,
I've felt that. All right. If you want to feel that, you need to go ride in a Tesla P100DL
yeah, I want to get one of them.
in ludicrous mode.
No,
That
you need
thing
to
will
get
throw you at the back of your seat.
the
Does it
fastest
just
one
play
is the
ludicrous
Plaid.
songs?
Is the Plaid the Tesla Plaid?
If you've never seen Spaceballs, you won't get the reference. That's
Sure.
what I was told.
What?
I was told by the owner, if you've never seen Spaceballs, you won't get the reference.
No,
I
I
just
haven't
know
Okay.
that
seen
it
it.
is I just know that it is fast.
So what's up with this Camaro you got?
It's sitting there with no engine or transmission in it,
And that's how you
with a
bought it.
flat tire. No, it didn't have a flat tire when I bought it. That's new.
Yeah, all the air leaked out from it sitting.
Twice now. Uh,
Sounds like you got
I
a weed
bought
leak.
that. I bought that car. Originally I bought a 5.3 from a junkyard and was going to put a cam in it. I had my heads rebuilt by my dad's engine builder, just surface and stock. Like they weren't ported or anything. It was still stock valves, but I had the BTR springs put in, the 660 springs. And when I was cleaning everything up and I was looking at the cylinder walls, 5 had a pretty good score. Like it caught my fingernail. So flipped the motor over, and sure enough, I should have grabbed the. I still have the bearing in the shed, but a rod bearing spun, and it took a good amount out of the crank too. So I had to get a new crank. Uh, Took it to my work. Block was decked, honed. It's got eagle rods, icon pistons, a
I mean,
factory GM crank.
does that mean
So
you're going? Is it? It's a slightly higher displacement now.
I mean, I would say yes,
Like slightly
technically, because
bored.
it's yeah, but it's still like in the 5.3 range.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing crazy.
Okay.
Just, enough to straighten up the cylinders and all whatnot.
You
And
just got
then
rid of it and pretty much just sanded away till it got smooth
yeah.
again. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing too crazy though. It's nothing that's gonna add a whole bunch of horsepower now.
Oh yeah.
And then yeah, it's just it's like 10-to-1 compression though. But,
Mm.
which is very similar to factory because it's an aluminum block 5.3, which is the LC9. And those have around 9.9 to 9.6 to 1 compression, if I remember correctly.
Mm.
But I've got the 243 heads that came factory on the LC9, which is a really good head to have. So, but
For a turbo setup.
well, yeah, it's going turbo. Not
I've
right
been
now
doing a
though.
little looking into my motor. I have an LR4 4.8 with 862 heads, and I'm gonna do an NA build.
862 problems.
Fair. And I'm going to do an NA build, and those are the heads that I want.
But yeah, no. I've got a big 88 millimeter Garrett turbo T6 turbo for it, but I'm gonna hold off a little bit, get the car going NA. Order the turbo piping, all that stuff. I just need to get the car going. Really, I've owned the car for 7 months and I haven't really done much with it. So
I got sat in one spot.
yeah.
Move
Well,
spots.
if it didn't have the spun bearing, it would have already been together by now, and I would have already been driving it. I've got a TH400 for the car, so
Mm.
It's sitting in the shed next to the motor.
Well,
don't be fucking telling people where my shit's at. No,
well,
but
Ain't nobody know where you live.
ain't
we
that
wanna.
hard. Hail Hitler. Okay.
I got the Farbenkyper wing. What you?
Yeah, dude, I got that fart and carbon,
It's fucking
dude.
duct tape. duct tape. For
It's
carbon
green
fiber.
duct tape.
Okay, all right. I know how I'm gonna get us back on track.
Do you?
Yes, Jonathan, you make carbon fiber at work a lot, right?
Where are you going with this?
You make carbon fiber at work a lot, right?
Where are you going with this?
How do you feel about Carbonetics? Buying the parts from them?
What's
Because, I
that?
mean, like, how much would a hood cost from where you work for a Honda Civic?
You'd have
We
to
don't have
bring them the
specific
hood.
molds.
Okay, how
You
much
ha-
would it cost for, like, one of
We also
your...
don't sell singular hoods. We only do full front ends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of our flanges are placed in different spots than where the fender ends to make the part come off easier. So I can make you a hood, but no promise it's going to be where it needs to be because it's not off of a hood mold. The only hood mold I have is for an S550.
Okay, so, like, how much would that hood cost?
I don't know. I don't work up in the pricing department.
Fair.
I just work there.
Fair.
I told slap this here, do this there. I do that.
Fair. I just figured you might have, like, somewhat of a relative idea because I feel like you could get...
Expensive.
I feel like you could get a front end for Alex's car cheaper through Carbonetics than he could buying it through you guys.
Well,
That's
they already have
joking.
there's already a kit. I could get a Kevman's hood. They make fenders for my car, and then a bumper. I don't really know. Fucking remove the hoe. I don't fucking know.
It's a plastic bumper. What weight are you gonna
Yeah,
save
I
going
know.
to? If you go to fiberglass, you're adding weight.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And I
If
think I
no,
anything,
would
just
just
wrap
go
it in carbon fiber to give it the look.
I think I
It's
would just
already
go
light
carbon
enough.
fiber for the durability of it.
well, the thing is most of the carbon stuff that like
I
Jason's
mean, it's
talking
a
about, like
bumper. If you're already going carbon, you're probably racing it, and you're gonna be hitting people. Your bumper is the first thing you're probably gonna hit, and plastic is a
yeah.
lot cheaper to replace than carbon
Oh yeah,
fiber.
most definitely.
Fair. Fair.
But most like the stuff that like you're gonna buy for your car, carbon wise, from like those bigger manufacturers that own like sell like the fenders and the hood. Most of that is just a polyester based resin with a single layer of twill carbon, and then they put fiberglass behind it. So it's not even like yeah, it's carbon, but it's not carbon.
It's not 100%.
What I
Gotcha.
do is all carbon. I don't put any fiberglass into the carbon that we do at work. None. Pure carbon.
And you got
We
some
we
beautiful
do
carbon.
right
You
now,
got some
yeah, we
new
got
colors.
we got the reflections we've been fucking with a lot recently. We've got
Like
red
a,
and blue.
it's like a red. It's like a red reflective strand into one piece
Yeah.
of the carbon onto each weave,
Yeah,
and it
and
gives it
it's
just a little color. And you look into it, it just looks beautiful.
yeah, it's nice looking shit. It's expensive though.
Right.
Yeah.
Um
And
but yeah,
your company, the company you work for, is well known into the drag racing world, in the racing world.
Yes.
yeah, we're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. So I was at
No,
the auto show and I seen a pro mod there that had that name written right across it. I was like,
yeah.
hell yeah, and the oil brand too. I was like, hey,
Yeah, I know
that's
whose car that is.
yeah, it's a
Yeah, the red
C3.
net.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. No, they've been doing really good with that car this year too.
Tell me how you
So
got the job there. That was fucking that was pretty nuts too. You just went up there,
looking for
visited,
parts. I
looking
was
for
looking for
parts.
parts for the
They offered you
Malibu.
the job.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were like, you want to come with me? I was like, no. And I was like, what the fuck? And when you came back, I was like, you fucking, because I got a feeling he would have been like, you guys look good. I think you guys can pull some shit off.
Oh, dude, that was ironic. That was something I never would have thought would have happened. So definitely don't take any day for granted, and definitely work my ass off. Most definitely.
Well, yeah, I mean, if
So
you're just presented a opportunity like that, you definitely should.
most definitely.
I mean,
Um,
I'm pretty lucky to be in a shop for the simple fact that nowadays, 90% of the shops in the area want you to go to college first.
if I was a shop owner and I looked at you, I'd probably be like, dude, fuck out.
Well, that's rude.
Now,
No, I'm fucking with you. No,
But
yeah,
yeah,
no, that's wild stuff.
they gave me my
Definitely.
shot, so I'm gonna work
Oh yeah,
as hard as I can for them.
oh
yeah.
yeah.
That's how it is with anywhere, really. But I don't even like. I don't know. I just want to have some fun this year. Definitely, I'm gonna do some racing this year. Most definitely, this is gonna be a year where I do a lot of racing.
Oh,
I
I
haven't done
want to.
much racing.
I want to do some research into that Ozark track.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a look at that.
the track that I won't take my car to.
Why not? Well,
He's not meant for
Yeah.
cornering at all.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Being in A, I could just put some wide tires up front and
He could.
end it. I mean, the only thing is though is I've got to put good tires on it.
I'm hoping to have
Well,
a
you know what?
little bit
No,
of
that
bow
probably
build done at some point this year, so that way I can maybe do my first ever time being on a drag strip.
it probably wouldn't be a good idea to take because my transmission setup.
I'm not gonna
yeah.
race you.
No, I'm talking about the Ozarks because I've got a really loose converter,
That is true.
so I don't know how it's gonna like. I don't know. That Malibu had like a 4,500 RPM stall, and we were still cruising it on the street. It had 411s, and that stall was just like not happy. Definitely way too
Yeah.
much stall for that car.
You know what they did with that motor? The 408. They just bought
The
it. And that's it.
406. Yeah, I don't
406.
know what they did with it.
See, the parts
All I
that I
know that
sold,
bought.
they
I know that
usually
bought
follow it
the.
up. Like I sold wheels off my EF Civic, and the dude
Mhm.
sent me pictures of it on his Miata, and I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, last I knew that motor
Oh, I
was supposed to
remember
go to
those
a
wheels. Those were
55.
nice wheels.
The Rota 8s. I
Yeah.
think that's what they
Yeah,
were.
but no, I sold that motor and bought a stroker kit for the big block,
Right.
and and then I used my tax return and bought the Halley Sniper.
496 coming to some ears near you.
Yeah, I gave this neighborhood 2 years of quietness.
That is fair.
So now they got to deal with two cars. I don't
Well,
know.
you had me living there.
That is true.
And well, I had my silver car too. Both were
But it wasn't that
obnoxious.
loud.
And you had my extremely obnoxious S10 coming over on
Your
occasion.
tractor, Alex. I found a video on fucking YouTube and I played it. I'm going to play it for you. I shit you not. It sounded like Jason's truck.
It honestly sounded like my truck at idle. I'm
On
not
God,
kidding.
dude.
If you want to stream it, you can put it up there, and Jason
It's
can
on
crush it.
YouTube. Hold on, I got it. It's in my history, not yours.
We have to give this guy credit though, since we are using his video on the stream.
Smoking Motors. He's got fucking 500,000 views.
Wow.
Jason's truck. Did you hear it?
Oh my God! So, Jason was talking about. He was like, I was like, my favorite car you own was probably that Cadillac, and he goes, nah, my favorite was the S10. I'm like, that fuck what?
That thing had so small tires. Dude, the gear ratio was probably like a 450 something to 1 in the rear.
It
Dude,
was
he
195, 45, 15.
drove that truck with those tires on it, dude. And first it was like rap, 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 and we're going 20 mile an hour in third. Shit you not. Dude, that thing had no. When we got onto the highway, and if I were to do a pool, I would be so far a fucking way. It was ridiculous.
I will admit, my next purchase for that truck was going to be normal size tires for it.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you were thinking when you put those tires on.
And then from there, I was going to save up and get wheels and tires so I can have a big wheel but a smaller tire.
That truck was just fucked.
It was fun, though.
Yeah, and then your fucking homemade harness bar that I told you was gonna kill you almost fucking killed you.
Yeah, but if I wasn't wearing the 4-point, I would have died.
Yeah, except the harness bar broke in fucking half
I had
because it
quite
was that whatever
literal.
material.
I had quite literal, absolute, perfect conditions.
I know, but you were lucky it didn't fucking clunk your ass in the back of the
I
head.
am. Like I said, I had absolute perfect conditions.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the
you're.
only reason why I'm alive.
Then
I
that
think
cheap
if
ass
you had a
steering.
good harness bar that would have put you and what not smashed you into your steering wheel,
Yeah.
probably would have helped you out a
The
little
cheap
bit.
ass steering wheel didn't help either.
Well,
We showed it in the last podcast.
yeah, we did show it in the last podcast. I'm not gonna go get it down again.
Check out our YouTube channel.
I've got a dope ass one hanging on my wall.
Oh yeah, you have your NRG.
You have your
sway one.
one of. Is it one? It's one of one.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can.
And then
grab it
I've
real
got
quick.
another. And then I've got another wood one holding my monitor stand.
Grab that wheel real quick.
Oh lord, you're gonna make me pull this damn thing off the wall.
Yep, we sure are.
He was looking at it at FD last year or 2 years ago, and he was like, "Oh." The only thing was it was suede or not suede, Alcantara.
Oh, yeah, it's like impossible to clean
Well, that and
Yeah.
it's just not good
Throw my
unless you
headset
are
back
unless you're
on.
gloved.
gloved. Yeah.
I
But
am.
track layout and
With the
FD
track layout,
STL from NRG. That's a beautiful wheel.
it
Dude, I
is.
know. I contemplated buying this, walking with you for like
I know. I just
probably
talked
an
about
Yeah, I
hour and
just
a
talked
half.
about that.
I was like, and he
I
was
was
thinking
like,
about it.
I was thinking about. I was like, I don't know, dude. That thing's so dope.
How much
though.
was it? It was like $280.
No, it wasn't 280. It was like 250 or something like that.
Oh, okay. That was
Yeah.
pretty.
I'd pay that for it. 90 day of the week.
If only it was leather wrapped, that would have been perfect.
Yeah, I know.
Then you would have
But the
actually
suede
used it.
looks.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna buy one of their black.
I did
wood
put it in my
grains.
car once.
Yeah.
I did put it in my car once, and it looked really. You were there when I put it in, and it looked really good in there.
Yeah.
It looked.
Yeah, you sent me a picture.
Oh,
of
Oh man,
it. It looked dope.
I might
It
have
looked
that photo.
absolutely dope.
We even used to drift on the sim with this. We'd put gloves on
Yeah.
and use this damn thing.
That
on
was the
sim.
wheel that you. I never used the gloves because I couldn't use your gloves.
Yeah, you were
But
allergic.
I was
to
careful. I was careful with the wheel.
Wait, Alex
It's
was
still
allergic to
perfect.
the
It's-
gloves.
Well, if we try, I really tried using his purple wheel.
Yeah.
But if he was
Yeah.
at work, I grabbed the
I was
other
about to
one.
say my wheel from my car. That if anytime I was at work, this was the only wheel they could use. It used to just be that I would just go to work and Alex would be here like I can't do anything on the
Yeah.
sim.
Man,
'Cause, dude, when Alex was living here, there would be so many times he would just welcome himself to my sim, which that's all fine. I don't care. That's what it's there for. But dude, so many people use that sim. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it
dude,
And it's
I
the
used to come over there. I used to come
good
over
old
there and
G27,
take out my anger
almost over 10 years
on
old.
Beeman G and just destroy a bunch of cars in
Yeah.
Beeman G.
No, dude.
Once we all get
had,
Sims, we need to do like a video of us all.
It's gonna be a minute.
I don't know.
before
I gotta
watching
this-
as
steal the.
retarded drift.
I gotta steal the Kirky off of my
Yeah, John needs
my
a seat.
sim.
I'll sell you an SI seat. I'm getting one.
I'll put your SI seats on the sim if you give me the rails.
No. Well, listen, I'm gonna get okay. So I'm buying probably an 8th gen Civic SI seat like next weekend, and I have a bottom of a chair that I'm gonna make it an office, a new chair.
Yeah.
And then whenever I get um whenever I get new seats for my car, I'm gonna take my driver's seat and make that into a sim rig. Use my driver's seat for my SI, and then my passenger seat I'm gonna make into another chair with a better bottom, and use that one. And then I'll give Haley the 8th gen seat.
Right on. Yeah. No. Seats. I've done a lot of seat stuff.
I think I'm gonna roll with Kirkies with the padding. I think they look.
If you're
good in
gonna
trucks.
daily that truck, you're gonna hate your fucking life.
I think they look good in trucks.
Let me put this wheel back on the wall.
But I know they're like ungodly uncomfortable. And I'm hoping to not daily it for long.
They're not that uncomfortable.
I'm hoping to not daily it for long.
They're uncomfortable to get into.
Yeah.
But once you're in them, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
The Kirkies
those-
aren't bad with the padding.
Well, I'm not planning on dailying this truck for long. Once I start getting into the tearing apart of the engine to the point where I would be putting the Kirky in because I will be welding a harness bar in. I will be cutting a hole in my cab.
I would just buy a bolt-in one, and then when you get a cage, because you're gonna have to cut that thing out when you get a cage to
No, I won't.
incorporate it into the cage.
I want
Yes,
a
you will.
bolt-in.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will, because you have to tie your fucking harness bar to your hoop.
My
Your main
car's gonna
hoop.
be. See, my car's gonna be street
Yeah,
car,
it'd be
so I'm gonna
welded.
leave it.
My bed rails would be welded to the top of the bar. That's how the cages are set up for my truck.
Yeah, but if you weld your harness bar to
My-
your cab and not your roll bar, it has to be to your
I'm
fucking
not
main
gonna
hoop.
weld my harness bar to my cab. I'm gonna weld it
You
to my
just said you were
frame.
gonna weld.
No, I'm gonna cut a hole in my cab and weld it to the frame.
Whatever. You lost me.
I'm gonna put it on the
Anyway.
lift at work. I'm gonna have Scott or someone hold it up there, and I'm gonna weld it to the frame.
I'm gonna get my car's not really gonna be more than street car, so I'm gonna get a bolt-in harness bar and then weld it.
They don't make a bolt-in harness bar for my truck, so I have to kind of go my route.
Yeah.
What year's your truck?
04. And now Jonathan's looking on the internet for a bolt-in one.
He's like, watch me. I will find one.
But I'm not an extended cab. I'm a single cab.
Probably even better. More people have single cabs to mod.
Oh shit.
But what most companies do with those bolt-in harness
They're
bars
lighter.
is bolt them to the seat belt brackets, and then they drop back in a hoop. I looked them up for the S10. They made them for the extended cab, but not the single cab.
Yeah, because most people who are racing an S10 just buy a fucking cage.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a bolt-in and then I'm gonna get probably some race.
First one I found, $243.
What?
Literally the first one that pops up if you search in 2004 Chevy Silverado Bolton.
But I'm not doing a quick release until I get harnesses.
I'll check it out.
No, I don't think I'm putting harnesses in the Camaro until I get a cage. I'm not racing it too hard this year. Really, I just got to focus on getting the turbo kit out of the way, getting a 4.9-inch in it, because I'm gonna destroy that rear end. That rear end, that 7.5-inch ring gear, 10 bolts, not gonna last long.
Yeah.
I mean, it lasted for a while with a Nitro 6.0 in it.
Not with 800 horsepower though.
Yeah. I mean, it's capable of more than 800 with my turbo, but it's like, I really want to push that stock aluminum block too hard.
And on a prep track, it's like that's a lot of torque.
Yeah, no, the Holly Terminator, thankfully, I'll be able to ramp in the boost. So
you can slowly let the boost
ramp it in. So I'll probably be doing power wheelies past the fucking 60 foot.
That's dope.
I say that and I'll never end up getting the front wheels off the ground. The Malibu did a baby wheelie on a street tire, but it spun the second it got onto the tire. Like it left.
Didn't that leave? It lifted one wheel.
Yeah, it lifted the one. Like tried doing the G body thing, and then it just blew the tire off. I just stayed in it though. It was still going straight.
That's one thing with front wheel drive cars is if they're spinning, they still going, and if you
Well,
let
because
off,
like
you're going slower.
it didn't blow the tire off hard. It kind of like blew it off, but was still kind of hooking and wheel hopping. And once it got past the 60, it started hooking, and I grabbed second, and it just carried on out. But like the converter was so wrong for the setup, the car did not like it. Like when you got into second, it just laid over. It was like
Yeah,
first you get into second, and it just holds at like 5,000 RPM. Like the car is still pulling, it's not going anywhere.
yeah.
But that was only like a stock 406 with like a cam and an intake and a good carburetor. That car was just light. I mean, it weighed 2,700 pounds. So that's where that car got its fucking quickness from.
You know
But
what's
now it's gonna
funny?
be like,
It's funny because I was like, whenever I first got my SI, and I was like super excited about it. It was like the first fast car that I'd like driven, and it was not even fast. And I was like, I'll beat your Malibu in like a 60 foot.
that. I remember that. I was
I'm
like,
like, you'll beat you'll.
talking
I was
about?
like, yeah, yeah. Once you get up there, you'll beat me. But I was like, my Civic's so fast. And then I've added 50 horsepower to my Civic,
That's pretty good.
and then
Oh.
I'm still like, it's slow. Now
Oh yeah, no.
I'm like,
No,
it's
you're
slow.
the thing is, when I ride in your guys' cars, everything feels slow to me.
Yeah,
Like Alex does the pool, and he's like, "Yeah, dude." I'm like, "It was all right."
I'm like, it's feeling good today.
Haley's car pulls just as hard as your car. Like we've seen that in a race I have on video where we took off and we're neck and neck, and I missed my gear time, so it hit the fucking fuel cut. And then when it got back into third, you're about a half car length away, and I started pulling on you, and I was like, "Get that ass back here! Come
Yeah.
on!" And then I hit the speed limiter,
And
and it cut off. It
I'm
just
still going.
fucking, dude, I was pulling. I'm about
And
ready to come around you.
then your girlfriend's like, yeah, I want a tune.
Yeah, dude. Now she's like, I want a tune. Because I was like, come on, I'm getting him. I'm getting him out. What the fuck?
Oh
I
my
was like,
god!
I found
The
the speed
first
limiter.
in my Cavalier, I hit the speed limiter. Racing my buddy, he had a Cooper S,
Mm-hmm.
and and I hit like 110, I
Pole's on
think.
fire.
And then I'm hitting it in my Cavalier, man, and then it just goes bah, and I was like, what the fuck happened? It gets down
Oh,
a
fuck.
little bit, it starts going again. I was like, oh, okay.
No, okay.
Okay.
That was the first time I hit the speed limit. The speed I hit but that's what happens whenever you get it like hits it into neutral. It shut the
Uh-huh.
it like
it-
cuts off the fuel, I'm pretty sure. Or
no, it
something
didn't
like
cut
that.
the fuel.
Oh?
The RPMs did not hold. It threw it in like
Oh, it just
neutral.
like threw it in
It
neutral.
was
Okay.
like boom. It threw it into neutral because the RPMs went down to idle, I guess. But
They
my
cut
car
you.
didn't have an
They
it didn't
cut
have an
your
RPM
air.
gauge.
Eh,
It didn't have an
fucking
RPM gauge.
Cavaliers.
I
But-
forget what it cuts.
Well, it's not even if it cut air.
No, it's not.
The tires and
You
is
gotta
going
cut
to
air.
keep the RPMs
Yeah, it was slow.
if it is in gear.
Well, not if it's an automatic, because
If it's in
torque
gear,
converters.
well,
Torque converter.
Yeah.
if it's able to disconnect that, or
That's what the torque converter does.
yeah.
The torque converter.
I don't know.
I
I don't know.
what I'm saying.
Fuck automatics. I don't give a shit about that shit.
You're gonna care when I'm fucking by. Tell me what taillight's out.
It's called get a fucking short throw.
Yeah, I
Have
do.
a
It's
clutch like
1, 2, 3.
Get a clutch like a real man.
I had one. That's why every time I drive your car, I go faster.
Oh. And that right
That's
there
because you've been driving
and
faster longer.
and that right there proves Jonathan's faster driver.
I never denied that he wasn't. It's proven in time.
It's proven time and time again when he does 3 hits and then I get in 1 time and
Yeah.
fuck up the 2-step and still somehow go faster.
Right.
And I'm like,
But
Yeah, my car. Because I'm like, yeah, that's a new record for my car.
Oh, dude. The videos, you can hear me slam. It's like, wow. I mean, when I go to second, you hear a because like I'm fucking. I yank that thing so hard
Dude, you
going into
did.
second. It's gotta get into second fast. I'm
Dude,
not about to
Went
miss
to
second.
import face
your
off. When I did
1-2 was so hard that you broke the shift knob off of my S10.
I forgot about that.
He 1-2'd my shift knob.
First time you let me drive it.
1-2. Very first time I ever let anyone other than me drive it. He
Uh-huh.
breaks my damn
That was
shift
funny.
knob.
I went one neutral. Fuck that shift knob. Get it back into second. I was trying to get onto the highway. I was in the merge lane. I fucking was like, wow. What the fuck? I got a shift. Don't need that. Back to second.
I remember when I first got my car and we raced Jason's truck. That video is on YouTube, and that is all I'm gonna say. Good luck
man.
The
finding it. But
5-3.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
it's like,
Jonathan
go.
was like, he's fucking gone.
Yeah, dude, you were fucking going.
You
You
were
were out of
gone.
there. Out of there.
Fuck as fuck.
Dude, that
Civic
5-3
SI.
that 5-3 was stock too. It's the sad.
No,
You had
you
the
had a
only 5.3 in
fucking
the world to
K&N.
sound like a Crown Vic.
You had a
Yeah,
No
K&N
matter what
filter. You
exhaust
gave it
you put
worse
on it.
horsepower.
But no matter what exhaust you put on it, it always sounded like a Crown Vic.
It was a California compliant truck, and it had
Did you 4.6 swap it?
3 cats. No, it was 5-3. It had
Are you
3
sure?
cats. Yes, Jonathan. I am sure it was a 5.3.
Are you sure?
It's
It was a 5.3.
yeah, it's still driving
I'm fucking
around.
with him. Fuck
It was a
off.
5.3
Stop.
Vortec. It was not an LS.
I know. No, what the fuck are you saying? It is an
It
LS.
is an LS dummy.
The 5.3 Vortex and LS.
It's the LS family.
You're confusing
It's
it
what
with the
Jonathan-
5.7 in my truck, like the Vortec 5.7. Yeah, the Vortec 5.7 is a distributor base. LS does not use a distributor. The more you know. No, but
But yes, that thing was stock as all holy hell. Still managed to get one hefty
that's the only
speeding
vehicle.
ticket.
That's one of the only vehicles you haven't dropped off a jack.
No, Marissa dropped that one off of ramps.
Oh yeah, she did drop that one. You just drop a bunch of shit. I don't ever want to be under. I should never be under a car with you again.
I have never dropped
but
a
when I'm
car
doing
off
it alone, when I'm doing
jacks.
it alone,
Knock on
it's not a
wood.
problem. Like I pick it up and I go, it's holding. Go under it.
Jason, you shouldn't jack it up by the control arm. I have to. I watched that. I stood there for that. I told you
Dumbass.
what not to do, and you still fucking did it. It was so funny. It was like right after he dropped it, he was like, John, can you fucking save this? Yes, get the fuck out of my goddamn way. Like I almost felt like taking off my hat and just beating him in the back of the head like some old dad. Get the fuck out of my way.
I think we
You
still
mean
had the passenger.
mouth?
I think we still had
Like
Yeah,
the
you had
real
the
old
passenger
dad.
side off. You had the passenger side off.
No, we had the passenger.
Or the driver's side off.
But the driver's side off.
You had the driver's side off, and you
Did it
buried
land
the
on the
driver's
rotor into the mud?
Yeah, it like buried
Yeah.
the rotor. It was like almost to the CV axle.
Jason, you're retarded.
I know. I watched it happen, and
This is
I
why
said
Jason
something.
needs a lift because he needs a handicap.
Oh, I know, dude. Dude, the funny part is, here's the funny part, dude. I think this is why Jason's laughing. Is I was like, after it dropped, I said, we're putting this fucking tire on, we're rolling it forward onto this flat piece of fucking gravel, and that's where we're gonna fucking do it. I literally said it just like that amount of fucks and everything. Okay, and then we go. He starts pushing it, and he's going. He's like, John, I won't stop it. I'm just standing there, and I was like, oh fuck, I should probably stop it. He was going slow, but like it's that big ass hill, you know. And I'm like watching him. He's like, John, and I'm just like, bye, have a good time, enjoy the test drive. Let me know how it drives. He does stop it, but it was
Well, I
still funny.
promptly had 0 brake fluid in the entire brake system.
He was like, John, and I'm just like, Mom!
0 brake fluid in the entire system because
Like a 3-year-old.
part of it was taken apart.
You didn't
Or
need
like
to do
one of
all
those
lines.
retards that's disconnecting his drive shaft in park.
Without a wheel chuck?
or e-brake.
Yeah, just fucking.
Woo,
I did not do that, actually.
down a hill.
Hey, my car doesn't have a drive shaft in it.
I did not do that, actually.
You don't have a drive line.
I don't have a drive anything. I can't even put it into drive inside the car. I've tried the other night. The shifter will not shift out of park. It's okay, it's getting taken out anyways.
Because it has to be turned on with your foot on the brake.
Yeah, I've tried.
Oh.
Just don't want to move.
It
I don't
just
know what its issue
recognizes
is.
that there's no transmission there.
Well, it also doesn't help that there might not be a master cylinder all the way bolted on. It's there, it's just not bolted on all the way.
Honda has a safety release. You unclip and push your key in, and then you can pull it.
Five-0. That was a
5.0.
Mustang. It was a Mustang. 5.0 Mustang. Coyote.
I need a muscle car.
I told you to buy a fucking 4th gen.
4th gen what? Mustang?
Camaro or Trans Am.
Ah!
Whatever the fuck it is. Cheap and V8.
I need a shop.
You want marijuana?
I'm thinking about...
Fuck you got?
So I got a Pennzoil plate frame yesterday.
Yeah?
I put it on my car.
Again, I'm not the biggest fan of plate frames.
Hey, this one is takes 4 bolts, so my sub ain't gonna rattle it. I took my snap-on one off. I have a snap-on plate frame that's metal.
There's not a
That's one
single
cool thing
that
about
says
I don't
Snap-on
like
on my
fake
truck.
frames.
that's one cool thing about the about selling all my shit back to Snap-on is I got to keep all the free shit I got.
See, but I don't remember what I got for free and what I didn't get for free.
You guys got chip for free.
I got a towel. I got a cool. It's a 1/2 inch.
Oh, the speaker.
It's not a speaker. It's a portable charger, but it's a socket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I got that plate frame. I don't know. Some hats.
I got
You
a
know.
torque wrench.
Yeah,
But I've
torque
used
wrench.
once. Yeah, I bought a torque wrench and I've only used it once.
I have the shirt I'm wearing, the hat I'm wearing, the hoodie behind me. I have another jacket in the closet, a coat in the closet.
I've got a Mac Tool shirt on.
Two more hats in the bedroom. 2 towels. Some socks.
Yeah, I got a towel that you don't have because mine's limited.
So is mine.
Yeah, I know. Mine's a roller coaster.
Mine's 2022 only. It's all the tools working out in the gym.
Mine's right here.
You gotta buy a toolbox to get a towel.
Nah,
Well, I bought a toolbox.
you can get. I got a tool.
Cheap.
I got a cool. I got a towel from buying random shit.
I bought Z's old toolbox for like $500.
I got 2 towels for buying my box off of the truck.
That one's a Mecca.
Yeah, I paid off his box last night. It was like an $1,800 box.
Yeah.
It was a fucking nice box.
And
Matte
And now
black.
That's how much I spent on mine.
Yeah, and now it's sitting in a body shop.
I need a picture of that. You need to send me a picture of what it looks like now.
Dust.
I know.
I close it every day, but when I leave, I close the top.
I try to keep mine clean. I try to keep mine as shiny as I can. But it's
Mine was gray.
mine's red with black trim.
Mine's gray if you count the dust.
Mine's
Mine was
red.
gray with red trim.
Mine's the
It's got some
cherry
orange
apple
spots
red.
on it now. got some orange spots from when I was wet sanding, and I flung some water
I
onto it.
probably would have kept it if it had the split top.
I like the big open top.
Yeah, you could put a monitor up there, but
I liked having your toolbox at my house.
mine? I didn't bring my Snap-on one.
No,
You have
your
you have
fucking
my
white
white
one.
It's
Yeah.
still there.
I know,
I
except
sold
now
it to
it's
your
in the
dad.
back. I know, except now it's in his van. But I liked
Yeah.
having it outside by the cars, dude, because yours was organized, so I didn't have to
Oh
spend
hell yeah.
15 minutes searching for it. Dude, that's what pissed me off when
And
I
then you
worked on
lost all
cars.
of it, and then I had to buy a new one. And nobody's
I didn't
fucking
lose it
touching my
all.
tools.
I
Nobody's
did not
touching the
lose it
tools
all.
now.
I did not lose it
I'm
all.
fucking organized as fuck. I am fucking OCD about my shit, about my tools. Even my computer tools. I got my fucking screwdriver right here. My fucking tool set is right there for all the bits. Organized. Everything else, fuck all.
No, I like I don't have dude, I need so I'm waiting for the Harbor Freight toolboxes to go on sale, and then I'm buying a cart and I'm taking my big ass box home.
Yeah,
Because I haven't even filled a quarter of that fucking thing.
that's fair.
So I'm gonna bring my
Yeah.
big box home.
You don't do much with tools. You don't. You
Right, you're in the
you
body.
use
Well,
the
I
same.
mean,
You use the same
I
tools.
use like my DA,
You use
my
the same
air
tools
saw
every
and
day, though.
whatnot. Yeah.
I
Like
use
I don't need to buy very many tools.
I use
Yeah.
different tools every day.
Like I've got extra tools in there, like just
The only thing the
like
Snap-on truck, you go on the Snap-on truck is if you need something at home or you want something for home. Honestly,
like
like I go on there. What deals you got? Yeah,
I
that
have
thing is
that one's
nice.
little brother.
Which you should have bought in the first place.
Yeah, I
you
should
should have just bought the big one. I don't know why the fuck.
300. Oh, and then yeah, Jonathan was a 400.
Mm-hmm.
I almost bought one,
$20
but
difference.
mine was
I
40
bought
bucks.
Mine was
I bought
80
a
bucks.
torque wrench.
Jonathan's was 100.
Yeah,
Hey,
I bought
mine
a my
Alex's
torque
is
wrench was
awesome.
only my torque wrench was only like $400 or something like that. But I wanted to get like an ATAC one of the electric ones, but it's like fuck, I'm not
Right.
paying $600, $700 for that fucking thing.
I've had a clicky one forever. Now I just want an electric one, or an electric one. That way I can just be like beep 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 beep. Yep, that's
I
it.
like the
Instead of
click.
twisting and twisting.
Oh, I got good at that at a young age.
I
'Cause you
like
need
the
to
click
unload-
ones, and I
you
like
need
the
to
split
unload the-
beams.
Unload your torque wrench every time you
Yep.
unuse.
Yeah,
you're not
fucking
using-
zero it out when you put it away.
Yes.
Yep. Except for the
Dude,
split beam. You
When I
can
went to
leave
put
the
my
split
heads
beam.
on my motor over the weekend, okay, I put all the fucking bolts down, had them close to the head. I was getting ready to start using my torque wrench, and it goes, okay, bolts 1 through 10, 25 foot-pounds. Awesome. My torque wrench starts off at 50 foot-pounds.
Nice.
And thankfully, my dad's buddy, who's one of our neighbors, had a torque wrench that would actually go down to 25 pounds. So
Did
I was able to
did you torque it?
Yeah, I did that. I put them on. I torqued it. Yeah,
At
they
50
only needed
foot-pounds?
it only needed to go to 80 foot-pounds.
I know, but did you start out at the 50 foot-pounds and torque?
No,
it?
I started out at 25. I got a different
Oh.
torque wrench.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
No,
put
I
it
was
on.
not skipping a whole fuck.
Oh,
No,
Okay.
no, now if this was a junkyard motor, I probably would have just been like, fuck it. But now I've spent so much money on this motor, it's like, fuck, I gotta be meticulous with it.
Yeah.
But if it was the stock, like if this was 7 months ago, I would have just been like, we're gonna see what happens. You know,
Yeah.
I was loosening it there. Yeah, no, that's what still pissed off that thing had. Like I'm not pissed off. Like I'm just kind of like, damn. Wish that motor wasn't fucking blown when I got it. I would have been having fun.
Yeah. That's what's scary about buying junkyard motors. You don't know what's in there. Unless you get a borescope or a fucking
Yeah, get a borescope and pull one of the plugs out and take a look at it.
yeah. Well, pull all the plugs out.
Yeah.
Check compression if you can.
I'm at the junkyard. I'm just pulling pans at this point.
Yeah.
ain't fucking around. I'm just pulling oil pans. I'm going straight to the bottom end.
I mean, you'll see anything there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll fucking if it has.
Discoloration is what you're really looking for.
All the shavings in the oil.
I'm looking
Yeah.
for a rod going with my hand.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Mine was like
You got
good,
movement.
good, good. Oh, we got a lot of movement. That thing was chewed up.
Yeah.
Chewed up. I
Mm.
think if should I try like get my phone to focus on the webcam?
No.
Should I?
Your webcam is horrible at focusing.
You said no, so that makes me want to do it more.
Alright, you can try.
You can edit it out.
I don't want to edit it out.
Oh well.
I already have enough
You took up
editing
that
to do.
role. You exactly. You took up that role. Where the fuck is it?
Oh, now I have to edit all this out.
No, you don't. This is why. Oh, here we go.
Ooh, yeah, there it is. It focused.
Yeah.
That looks
No,
amazing.
that's you can actually see how much of the crank is missing too. Now watch. Hold on. I gotta get this to focus back on me.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Oh, or you can do that. There you go.
There we go.
I'm not doing the fucking hand, but I'm just fucking doing that every time. I don't know why I'm trying to
Right.
put my phone back in my pocket. I'm at my desk.
What truck did you get? You got a white truck.
Hmm?
Yeah, you did.
You talking about my fucking Gertrude? My K1500? Haley named that thing Gertrude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gertrude,
I bought-
huh?
Yeah, that's what she named it. It's sticking with it, so I don't know. It's the first time I've called it that too.
Alright.
No, I haven't driven that thing in probably like a month or two.
Got it. It's all good now, isn't it?
No, it's misfiring again.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
fucking,
man.
yeah, cylinder
just
6.
put
Don't
a-
know what's going
You
on.
just put
I know, I just
motor
put
in
a
it.
motor in it. Uh-huh.
Is it?
I know.
Does it still have good compression?
Yeah, I that's the first thing I checked.
Alright.
I checked
So
compression.
it's got to be something with
I think it's an injector.
fuel or spark.
So
think
swap.
it's an injector.
So swap.
I don't know. I need to
The
put my
injectors.
distributor in it. My new
Put a
one.
test light in the spark to see if it's sparking. That'll eliminate that.
Right.
Good. I don't know.
Or swap a
Pull an
Swap
injector
it.
I've
out.
got a whole brand new
Leave it.
distributor for my old motor. I'm just gonna put into it.
swap injectors, and if the problem follows to the next cylinder,
I
it's an
put my
injector.
injectors into it.
Or do
Oh.
that. Fix that fucking problem.
You did? You did or you didn't? Or you?
I did. I put
Oh.
the
Your
ones
new
on my
ones in.
motor that were in my truck onto the new motor.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought that truck, but
How's the check
had
the
the
fuel
heads
rail?
rebuilt. It doesn't have a fuel rail. It's fucking spider injection.
Check the
Yeah, so
voltage. Check voltage to the wires to the
Yeah.
injector.
Yeah, I can do a bunch of things. I got my nice shiny motor back.
Right.
So
What'd you
You're
sell the
driving
truck?
Ranger?
Yeah, I'm driving the Ranger.
Would you
But-
just sell it? Would you sell the truck?
My truck? No, I'm gonna fix it and drive it so I
Oh,
can
look-
have my
little-
truck again.
Little fun fact. A couple months ago when it snowed, Jonathan and I got the cops called on us for doing donuts.
I think
in
we
a
got the
parking
cops
lot.
called on.
No,
us.
we did. Because I came
I
back.
was there for a while though.
I came back by later. To go to Mickey D's, and a cop did show up.
Yeah. Well, I was there. I did like a bunch of donuts, and then I was leaving, and then I seen Jason, and I was like, "Oh, get the fuck in here!"
You
we
were
went back
you
down
were
and started drinking
spinning
again.
trying to get out.
I was low key. I was about to go back down the hill.
I wish you guys would have told me. I would have fucking brought the Vic out.
That would have been fun.
It was not planned at all. I was doing donuts at one spot, and then some people showed up, so I left.
I got let out of work early. I had my lunch in the passenger seat while all this was happening. I
started drifting around his truck.
Mickey D's and was driving home.
I wish I would have. I didn't even think about bringing the Vic out.
Oh,
Oh my
dude, it
God.
snowed.
That would
I
have been
was
so
like,
much
I'm
fun.
drifting. I was so ready to
I
drift.
daily the Civic, and the Vic was Haley's car, and now her mom drives it. So now I'm like, I don't even think about it. It's like that motherfucker's rear wheel drive. That thing gonna be fun.
Dude, I used to slide the fucking Eclipse around a lot. That's why I broke the e-brake in that car.
He
Because
came, he came and slid past me one day
I
coming up
remember
to
I was
work.
behind him when he broke the e-brake.
yeah, he was, dude. I was three-wheeling coming the motherfucker. I was like, rip, and I was like, oh, didn't do it. We're gripping. I was like, whoa, okay, yeah, because it like the corner went like that, and that car
I wish
cornered
I would have pushed
somewhat
your car
okay.
harder. I was scared of it. I thought it was too stiff and it would slide.
No, dude, that thing was actually planted so much
Dude, it
better than I
was.
ever thought it would have. The setup for alignment was
He
completely
made me
wrong.
nervous a lot in that.
Oh, shut up! I make you almost cry in my Civic the other day. You're like, slow the fuck down. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Jason.
Do tell Jason to shut the fuck up a lot.
Yeah. Well, hey, for the past few years, I've been in some pretty decent accidents. Okay.
I will give Jason some credit since he was in the Cavalier accident with me.
Yes, I
The
was.
one accident I've been in, fucking over 5 years ago.
Well, if you had something rear-wheel drive with some power, I'd be a little worried.
Oh yeah, I know. If theoretically if my Civic was rear wheel drive, it would have been crashed already,
Oh yeah.
100%. But
No,
if it was rear wheel drive now, it would not. It will not be crashed.
Oh,
I
wheel
have
drive,
been
swap it.
no.
I've
It's been done,
All wheel
and
drive it.
I would
All-wheel
all wheel
drive it.
drive it and then
you know how
disconnect
much
the
work
front.
that is.
Fair,
I would
but a
just
lot of people do it, and when they do it, it is awesome.
I
How
would
about this? How about this? How about he does it except you install it all?
yeah, and you
Your
pay for it.
crazy idea.
You pay for it. You with your little settlement
Yeah,
from
you
the
can
fucking
fund it
S10 crash.
too.
Yeah,
No.
fund it
That
up.
he's never applied
No.
for.
Oh no, now he's crying.
No.
He's like, no, fuck that
God
shit.
damn it.
I'm not
That's
I'm gonna
paying
have to
for
turn my
it.
phone off tonight. His girlfriend's gonna bitch me out.
I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it.
Okay.
I'm getting a shop.
Awesome. I'll be sure to
I
make
get
a
my own
million.
pay.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna
No,
do. If Jason
it's
opens
just
a
for me.
shop,
It's just for me.
What a
are you
fucking
gonna like have
selfish fuck.
customers?
No, it'll be in my backyard. I want to go
I'm
buy a
gonna
chunk
throw
of
rocks
land.
at it.
I want to
It's
go
gonna
buy
be
a
so
chunk of
fast
land.
ground. It's gonna sink into the ground.
I want to go buy a chunk of land.
It's like every car he's owned.
It's gonna be on an Indian graveyard.
I want to go buy a chunk of land.
Pretty sure my neighborhood's built on one.
Bones are gonna be coming out the ground.
I want to go buy a chunk of land.
He's still talking about his chunk of land.
Because you won't shut up. I want to go buy a chunk
Yeah,
of land,
but
put a
anyways,
house on
moving
it,
forward,
put a
I'm gonna
house
go
on
ahead
it,
and
putting
do
a
some
shop
crazy
on it.
stuff. Yeah,
That'd be great.
yeah, most
We want
definitely.
to thank you, Jonathan, for coming on this podcast. This was a very wild ride.
Quite. I think that's
Be sure to
probably what
check
we're
out
gonna
our Facebook page.
Don't subscribe. Don't even just delete this video. Actually, just act like you never seen this video. And I just
Delete this
realized
from your memory.